This video speaks to what is Fume Hood verification and why is it done. In North America, in most jurisdictions, it is required by state, provincial, and federal law that fume hood verification in laboratories be tested for proper operation on an annual basis. In the United States, work done is as designated by ASHRAE 110. In Canada, work done in provincial, federal, and crown corporations must be done as designated by MD 15128. This verification consists of performing sash face opening velocity tests, consisting of air velocity tests in a designated grid pattern to determine the average sash face opening or air velocity. A normal fume hood with the sash opening at a designated opening of anywhere from 12 to 8-inch sash opening should maintain an average velocity of 100 feet per minute, with anywhere between 90 feet per minute and 110 feet per minute being acceptable. No single reading should be lower than 80 feet per minute or above 120 feet per minute. This is true for fume hoods that are tested empty. However, due to practicalities, fume hood verification can always be tested empty, so some leeway must be allowed for the low and high velocity readings. The verification also requires that smoke pencil tests be done at the sash opening at specific locations to ensure there is no curlback of smoke from the front of the fume hood. The verification also requires that smoke containment tests be done. This entails that a greater volume of smoke is introduced to the fume hood using a smoke emitter or smoke bomb. This purpose being to ensure that the fume hood is cleared of smoke within 60 seconds of the smoke source being introduced. It is suggested that you ensure that the smoke emitter does not emit a greater volume of smoke than the exhaust air volume of the fume hood. If so, you will get a false fail of the fume hood, as smoke will move out of the sash face opening. Once every 5 years, it is required that each fume hood has a gas trace test done. This test requires that a human dummy be placed in front of the fume hood with a sensor at the nose area. A calibrated volume of gas is supplied to the fume hood, and the parts per million gas sensed at the nose is analyzed. Perchloric acid fume hoods have the same tests done, but the required sash face velocity is 120 feet per minute. Qualified fume hood verification test contractors are used for these tests. If the fume hood sash face velocity is proven high, you have the option of re-verification of the fume hood at a greater sash face opening, up to 18 inches open. It is suggested that you obtain permission from the laboratory manager before doing so. Most lab managers are agreeable, as the previous standard 12-inch sash opening is a little low for laboratory test personnel. If changes are required to obtain suitable sash face velocities, the fume hood exhaust fan motor pulley may be adjusted until the correct velocity is obtained. This is an arbitrary adjustment, and the fume hood velocity must be tested after each motor pulley adjustment. When overseeing fume hood testing, there are a number of people who must be involved: facility manager, contracts manager, maintenance personnel, project manager, laboratory manager, laboratory technicians, and a fume hood test contractor. Thank you very much for listening. Bye now.